Hi, it's Lynette Hanover and welcome to Big Time Happiness. Today we are getting started with people sharing their happiness stories, their joy, what really brings them to life in different ways. And to get things started, because we just had Mother's Day yesterday, I thought today would be a phenomenal day to just celebrate moms and talk about motherhood and mother figures. So thank you so much to those who shared their stories, and here we go with our very first episode.
Hi, my name is Jennifer and I live in St. Petersburg, Florida, and it's Mother's Day and I want to celebrate all of the mothers and grandmothers that have been part of my life. I want to talk about my grandmother Marjorie. She was my father's mother, and she was such a beautiful person, and she loved me unconditionally, and she would not have changed a hair on my head. And it was such a special love, and I always cherish it and hold it so close to my heart. And I talk to her all the time, even though she's no longer on this earth, but I feel her around me all the time. And I love her so much, and I want to wish her Happy Mother's Day, and Happy Mother's Day to my mother and my other grandmother, Helen, my namesake. And that's it. Thank you.
My name is Deborah. I live in St. Petersburg, Florida. I want to say Happy Mother's Day to everybody today. I'm a mother of 4. I am so amazed at the sweet mother that I have. She is in assisted living right now, but she's just loving that. She's kind of, she has dementia, but she's just loves life and is always happy, and everybody at the assisted living facility loves her. She was always a good baker. She was a stay-at-home mom. She was a singer with Sweet Adelines in the church, and that's where I got my love of music and singing. And I just want to honor her today, and I'm so glad that I still have her with us. Thank you.
My name is Micah Lloyd, and I live here in St. Petersburg, Florida for about 3 years. And I actually moved over here to be closer to family. So that's a great benefit of being on this side of the state. Up until about 2 years ago, my Aunt Patricia lived on this side of the state as well before moving back to California. And she used to go to Unity here in St. Pete as well with my dad and I. So she's a very important influence in my life, very spiritual. She's traveled to Bali, just very deep and intellectual woman. Pretty much a great role model to me on so many different levels. And she's pretty much the mom I never had, so I look up to her in so many different ways. And I wish her a huge and great Mother's Day today. I'll actually be giving her a call later today. But she really is just like the epitome to me of like truth and light and love and wisdom, just incredible wisdom. To me, she's like the Dalai Lama in woman form. So definitely my hat's off to her and lots of love today.
My name is Mike Quinn, and there's many memories of my mother, but the one that stands out, because I talked to her a little while ago, I was 5 years old. I took my tricycle down to a big pile of mud, big mound of mud. On the other side was a creek that was flooding, that had flooded, and the water was high. And so the neighbors call and say, "Oh, Mike's down there. You gotta get him before everybody was afraid I was going to go down the other side." So she snuck up from behind and grabbed me by the back of my pants and pulled me down. And she said, "I don't know how you climbed up, because I couldn't. It was really slippery." And so she grabbed me and made me take my tricycle and push it home while she was warming my backside up. And to this day, she still talks about how it took her breath away when I was up there, and she was so afraid between the time that she saw me and the time she got a hold of me. Everybody was kind of watching and all that. So, a couple of times, 3 times, I just made her turn white, and then but we always talk about stuff like that and make it fun, and how grateful we were to have such a big family, and she always took care of us, and no matter what, she was there, and we, she forgave us for what we did, but that was just the way life was when you have these children. They're going to challenge you, but I'm always really grateful that she was there. No matter what happened, it's her mother. She's gonna take care of
Hi,
it.
my name is Trey Johnson. I'm an event coordinator here at First Unity Spiritual Campus, and I'm just here to tell a little bit of a story about my mother. The connection that one has with their mother often runs deep. Mine, I would say, is a lot deeper than most. We get along very well. We are travel companions whenever we get the opportunity to. We really enjoy one another's company, but it wasn't always so. We were always very close, but there was a couple times in my life when I think her love for me was challenged by her own belief system. When I first came out at 10 years old, and my mom read to me the story of Sodom and Gomorrah, and told me that was because they were gay and all of that. And I had a really interesting experience after that of 9 years trying to convert myself to being straight. And she had started bringing me back to church and stuff, and I got very involved in church. And I would say that I owe a lot of my own spirituality to her, because she has encouraged me and taught me to believe in spirituality in some way, shape, or form. And then I came out again in college. That time it wasn't that well received again. But about a month later, she took me out to lunch and told me, I love you. You're my child. Her own father, who was a Baptist preacher, called her and griped at her for not loving me enough and not loving me through this. And it was such an experience. And, of course, she's still learning and she's still expanding. But to look and see the growth that my mom has had, and just in being able to expand her heart and to love me, and I'm eternally grateful for that. I'm eternally grateful for the love and for her willingness to adjust herself, because she saw that it would kill me otherwise. So thank you so much, Mom. I love you. Happy Mother's Day.